Hi, it's Sunday night, the 24th of January, and day 24 of 2021. Today's Living the Dream experience was simply spending the day with Kathleen, free of any kind of stress whatsoever. Man, that was great. Most days there are little stresses that we all have to push through in order to get all that we desire to get done. Today, however, I chose to set aside anything that may give birth to any degree of stress, and I just focused on sharpening my saw and enjoying the day with my wife. We studied together, we read together, we talked about things, and then watched a few videos on YouTube on a variety of fun topics that she wanted to see and some that I wanted to see. It was fantastic. We watched a musical program and enjoyed a morning of relaxation and quiet. This afternoon, I enjoyed watching two American Football Conference, the NFL and the AFC are going to have a Super Bowl here, and this was the AFC Championship football games that's going to provide the second team to go to the Super Bowl. So all in all, today was a living the dream experience for sure, because I simply did what I wanted to do and not what I had to do or was forced to do. I really am faced with having to do something. Most days now I choose what I want to do, and that truly is living the dream. That said, here's my power statement that I had for today. I'm going to take a few minutes to do some repetitive self-talk in order to reinforce and remap my thinking about my personal success, my coaching, and how I see myself as a coach. Excuse me. And then I'll spend the rest of the day sharpening my saw. Well, here's what I had on my to-do list. Very short. I listed those three things I'm going to talk about now. My most important task was to simply sharpen my saw. For sure. My fun task for today was to spend the day enjoying quiet time with Kathleen, stress-free. And the next most exciting task for today was to enjoy some relaxation as I watched those two championship football games. Next is my end of the day success routine questions. Get honest with yourself, Marty. Man, I got a tickle in my throat. What didn't go well today? Or what could you have done better? Did you wake up early and start strong? I did for a Sunday. Did you start your morning with power? Win the morning, win the day. Cold glass of water, make my bed. Read the process, did my exercise, did my meditation. I did my, I just did it all. Were you productive throughout your day? I was. Did you get the most important things done? The things that I wanted to get done is sharpening the saw and my mindfulness thought process of repeated self-talk, what I wanted to see myself as a coach and so forth. And I did move that goal forward. Did you show up as the person you want today? Both of us did. We were present for each other. Next are my end of the day success routine accountability questions. Were you honest with yourself about today's task, Marty? In other words, did you keep your promises that you made starting this morning? Well, because I wasn't working on any business projects today at all, I promised myself that I would relax and just enjoy the day together with Kathleen, and that's what I did. So, bam, done. Way to go, Marty. The next question is, what movies did you watch during your mindfulness time today, Marty? Did you make time for them? Were there any instant pre-play movies you watched in addition to your favorite 5 must-see TVs videos? Well, I watched my must-see TV favorite 5 movies in my mind, and that was it. I was done. I then enjoyed some study time with Kathleen and relaxed the rest of the day. My next question is, what's the one thing that would make all the difference going forward? What one thing could I do better starting tomorrow? Even if they go sideways, I'd still feel like a success. What would that one thing be? Well, I'm going to keep doing my repetitive mind, what I call mind mapping self-talk every day going forward, as I find it very motivating and helpful for setting the tone for the day. It's just fantastic. Here's what I wrote down as my power statement for today. It says, let me click this here. I'm going to take a few minutes to do something repetitive, some self-talk, thereby reinforcing my remapping about my personal success, my coaching, and how I want to see myself as the coach going forward. The next end of the day success routine question is, were there any mistakes or failures that you may have made today that I could turn into a tool of success going forward? Well, today was a Sunday, and so it was a day where I wasn't pressed to get certain projects done or do things in the Ontoport system, etc. So I didn't have any real chance to make any mistakes or failures or anything. So no, I didn't have to come up with a tool of success for today. The next question is, what was your most greatest or biggest success today, Marty? In other words, I'm going to take a little drink here. In other words, what did you do well today? Well, my biggest success today was focusing on having renewing quiet time with Kathleen, so that we both felt the other person was present for each other, and we both felt renewed as we prepared to go into the next week, the new week, and start strong. Bam! Done! My next end of the day success routine question asked me to rate my day's effort. I gave today's effort a 6. I gave today a 6 because I relaxed at the speed of 2, really slowed her down. And I sharpened my saw at the speed of 10. And so when you divide 10 by 2, you get a 6. Of course, I'm just kidding. Today was a really good day in the way of sharpening my saw, so it truly was a 10. Okay, I want to end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the principle that says one's confidence will zoom upward when you let your negative thoughts fade away. Question: why do people fear other people? Why do many folks feel self-conscious around others? What's behind the shyness that a person has? And what can we do about it? Well, one way to conquer fear of other people is to put others in their proper perspective. If you are scared of other people, if you feel anyone or everyone else is a lot smarter than you are, if you worry about your own physical and mental inadequacies, if you feel that you are in some way born to fail, then you need to start looking at other people. I mean, really looking at them so you can see who they really are. When you do, you will find that you and they are far more alike than you're different. And if they are more like you than they are different, then there's no reason to fear them, right? These principles lead to the next thing I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the law of commonality, which says basic experiences, needs, and aspirations are integral parts of life, and all of us have in common, and therefore are human commonalities found in everyone. Let me repeat that. I stumbled it. I'm kind of tired here. Basic experiences, needs, and aspirations are integral parts of life that all of us have in common, and therefore our human commonalities are found in everyone. It has been said that to think confidently, act confidently. Another way of saying this is go through the proper motions each day and you'll soon begin to feel the corresponding emotions. You can't act successful for very long without feeling successful. Psychologists tell us that we can charge our attitudes by changing our physical actions. We can change our attitudes by changing our physical actions. Attitudes, for me, is just another word for our mental mapping. For example, you actually feel more like smiling if you make yourself smile. You feel more superior when you make yourself stand tall than when you slouch. Conversely, go ahead and frown a really bitter frown and see if you feel more like frowning. The bottom line, managed emotions can change emotions. This leads me to the next thing I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for Dr. Melvin Hatwick, a noted advertising psychologist who said, when the feeling aroused is pleasant. Let me start over. When the feeling aroused is pleasant, the advertisement has a better chance of being remembered. When the feeling aroused is unpleasant, the viewer or reader tends to forget the advertisement's message altogether. My next statement is very significant. It should be encouraging to all of us. Our minds want us to forget the unpleasant. It doesn't want to imagine difficult tasks either, and that fact can be both good and bad for us. So I suggest we cooperate with our mind when it wants to forget unpleasant memories. Let them go, and soon those memories will fade away. I'm going to leave it there. I'm too tired because I have a lot more to share on this topic, and it's late though, so I'll be back here at my laptop tomorrow night sharing how I feel and sharing some more thoughts in my video journal entry. But until then, I wish you continued success. Good night.